He'll do a countdown.
5, 4, 3.
KettleBar podcast. My name's Dennis Timmerman. This is Jason Steinberg.
Travis Klinghagen.
Nick Ridenour.
And we're going to talk a little bit about Jason today.
Sounds good.
All of his ninja stuff and his background maybe and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
I feel like you could have done a better job with that, Travis.
What?
The intro. I was trying to get him to do the intro today.
Oh.
All right, Jason. So you're one of the trainers at Primal here.
Yep, absolutely. I was actually the first trainer of Primal.
The
so
first, number one.
Other than Nick, of course, but he owns it, so.
Of course.
So that doesn't count.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're a personal trainer. You own your own ninja gym now.
Yep, absolutely.
Former athlete. You're on the TV show.
Yep.
What else?
Kind of a family man too. Married, 2 kids, 9-year-old and then a 10-month-old, almost 11 months old. So that definitely keeps me busy.
Totally. Yes,
We
sir.
all know. Something about Primal, apparently you guys can only have girls if you look at Primal because Nick's got a girl, Dennis has 2, I have 2.
It's because we use all the testosterone.
Tanner has a girl coming up.
Can't pass it.
That's right. Yeah, Tanner's got one coming.
Travis up next.
You're up next, buddy.
Maybe.
Crazy.
So yeah, how long have you been a personal trainer for?
I started personal training in March of 2015. So before that, I just went to the University of South Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
Travis was actually a roommate of mine up there whenever he was there. And then I went for kinesiology and sports science. You know, my goal, my passion was to, to help people, but I knew I wasn't smart enough to be like a doctor or anything like that. So I just went into, physically helping people on that side of things. So.
Cool.
Absolutely. And while I went to college up at USD, I also competed track and field. So I did the decathlon, which consists of like 10 different events. And that's kind of what fueled my passion to become a personal trainer because I got to work with like multiple different event coaches. Like I had a coach for pole vault, coach for sprinting, coach for hurdle. So I kind of gathered a lot of their training philosophies, and that's kind of how I came up with my philosophy to this day.
Cool.
Absolutely.
So what is... If you could kind of summarize your philosophy, what would you say it is as far as the training goes?
I think the biggest thing is that you just need to keep it simple and basic. Sometimes nowadays people are looking for all these crazy different ways to exercise and that type of thing. But, it's as simple as just having a good push day, a good pull day, and then throwing in the legs and core on those days as well. So
Nice.
And then it makes it a lot easier to set up than trying to figure out, where this person needs to be and that type of thing. So.
Nice. I like that.
Absolutely.
What was your favorite decathlon event?
My favorite I'd probably have to say would be the long jump. Mainly because that's the one I'd score the most points in, so it kind of gave me, extra motivation when because it was like the long jump, and then like shortly after it was like the shot put, and the shot put was my worst event. Like I felt like I was already at a disadvantage because I was shorter than everybody else, so like my trajectory was lower, and then it was heavy. It was like a 16-pound shot, and you had to pick out the form and that type of thing to throw it. So, absolutely.
Nice.
How far was your farthest long jump?
22.6.
Nice.
So 22.5 feet. So and that was my last outdoor decathlon.
Out with a bang.
Yep.
Nice.
Definitely.
Cool.
But then, being in athletics my whole life, that's kind of where all of a sudden track was over. And I'm like, what the heck am I going to do? Like, I felt like something was missing.
Right.
And then I had multiple people coming up to me and just saying, hey, have you ever heard about American Ninja Warrior? And I'm like, no. Like, every time the first time somebody hears it, they have no idea what it is. So then I figured out what it was, and I looked it up. And then there was a ninja gym, essentially kind of what we own now, up in Minnesota. So I went to the gym and fell in love with it right away, and then found out they were hosting a competition there after a few weeks, and went up to that and fell in love with it ever since then. And that's kind of when I found out that you could actually apply to be on the TV show. So.
And so you did that?
I did do that. My first year I applied, I got 2 phone calls from the producers. They're kind of looking for a story too. They're looking for athletes, but they're also looking for stories. So I got 2 phone calls. They were trying to dig for more of a story, but I didn't get accepted. But then The next year I just kept training and reapplied again, and that's when I did get accepted. So
Probably a good thing. You got to practice a little bit more, get your skills built up.
Definitely.
Being so new to
that's
the
one
sport.
of the things that I always said. It's just like, what if I would have got it that first year? I probably would have fell on the first obstacle. Who knows?
So yeah, much better prepared and just
absolutely
went out there and did pretty well, huh?
Yeah, I did. For my first year, I didn't really know what to expect. I think that the biggest thing was the timing of it. Like, it's filmed overnight. Like, they don't start until 9 p.m. When the sun goes down, that's when they start filming.
Right.
Where, like, the decathlon, you'd get there at 7 in the morning and start warming up, and you knew exactly when your event was going to be.
Yeah.
So, that was the biggest struggle for me. And then I didn't even have to check in until 11 p.m. and didn't run until, like, 4:50 in the morning. So, like, literally, I was done.
That's crazy.
I was done. There's a few more competitors after me. And then, as we were walking out of there, I mean, the sun was coming up, so...
Crazy.
I think that was the most challenging part mentally, but then physically is definitely a tough course. Like the course that I competed on that season was the for the city finals, there was 0 finishers.
Oh, really?
Of that course, so it was a brutal one, and there was a new obstacle called Crank It Up, and essentially what you had to do was you had to jump out and grab these 2 bars, and then you had to crank it up. It was like a ratchet, and then when it gets to the top, it would drop you. You'd have to swing and jump to the next one, crank that up, next one, crank that up. But then by the time you're at the top, and then you have to go back down to a bar that was like the same height of where you started. So I grabbed the bar there. My feet came through, hit the pad, hands right off upside down into the water. But if I would have held on to that bar, I would have made city finals. So they take 30 people to move on, and I was 32nd. And there was 5 people that fell on Crank It Up, the same obstacle as me, that did make finals. So it all comes down to time at that point. So, but that's what I like about the sport, to be honest, is it's like a one-shot thing. Like, sometimes the best of the best isn't the best of the best. Where you look at other sports like football, for instance. Like, if you're a good quarterback, like if you're a Drew Brees, you're the best of the best. Like, you could, every game, you're going to be somewhat good.
Right.
Where Ninja Warrior, I mean, it could be as simple as one mistake and
you got so many plays in a game, in a football game, but you only get one play in a Ninja Warrior. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I've beat him a few times at his gym. when he messes up.
Yeah, exactly.
Had to throw that one in there.
No, Nick's the guy where he stands around and watches everybody else do it and fail, and then he learns how to do it and then does it first try. So
easiest way.
I've learned just to let Nick go first and try and learn from him, so.
It does make it harder, I'll tell you that much.
Definitely.
You do that with a lot of things.
I'm a visual
And it
learner.
works.
I want to see how it's done. I want to see how the body moves through the space and decide from there.
Absolutely. But no, it's good. It's and bringing it back to the fitness side of things, Ninja Warrior is an awesome way for people to start training now. I feel the fitness industry goes in waves, and right now it's people who want to get away from like the traditional style of fitness. Like nobody wants to sit in a machine and move their legs up and down, or sit in a machine and bring this together, or hop on a treadmill for an hour.
Thank you so much for. It's awesome. I like that.
What gym do you train at?
Primal, and that's the thing. I mean, like people can get a quality workout in just either using their body, like on the ninja side of things, or just moving weights around. I mean, free weights and that type of thing is definitely where it's at. So.
Oh yeah, that's why I ninja once a week. I mean, does incredible things for my pull-ups and my back strength, and then just like running some of his little courses for a minute and a half, and I'm about throwing up afterwards. I'm like,
you're working so many like ranges that you don't typically hit in a normal workout.
Like all core.
Yeah.
Like, sit-ups ain't got shit on going and ninja for an hour.
I had to say, when you're taller too, it really sucks. You gotta lift your legs up even more.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
That part sucks.
And there's something to be said too. Like, I mean, if you're sitting in a dumbbell bench press and it starts to burn, every rep you kind of want to just stop. You kind of want to just stop. There's really no end goal, so to speak, other than simply, getting stronger. But where like when you're on like a ninja course, all of a sudden you start burning, but you see the end is near. You see the course is almost there, so you just grind through it. So I think that it's a cool way to take away from like the hard work side of things and put more fun into it and still benefit from it.
Play, Fitness through play.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger, for sure.
And then on the whole flip side of things, I mean, youth. You know, that's a very widely talked about category and there's huge controversies. Like, when should kids start lifting?
Should they specialize? Should they?
You look at one thing and it says, oh no, kids shouldn't be lifting until they're 14. And then another article can say, oh, they can start when they're 10, you know? So who really knows? And that's the difficult thing. But one thing about kids is what they should be learning how to do is develop body awareness, strength within their own body, not moving weights and stuff like that. So we do have like a youth program. We have classes for youth at the 605 Ninja Academy. And we've been open for just over 7 months now. And there's a few kids that have been there from the beginning, and they are beasts. Like,
I bet.
It's crazy how these kids can get stronger and stuff like that by putting something fun in front of them. You know, we do exercises too, like the traditional exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups. But then we use like the obstacles in like a fun and creative way to get them a workout without them knowing. Right. And they're excited about it, so they come all the time, and they're just developing a ton of upper body strength, body awareness, balance, that type of thing. So it's cool to see that too.
And they want to play.
Exactly.
So it's perfect.
Yeah, and just helping with like fear and everything like that, being able to.
Absolutely.
I've seen some kids do some crazy stuff over there. That's just, again, they just have the confidence to just do crazy things. So
send it.
Yep, just
That's
send
right.
it. Yeah.
I bet you that carries over to it when they're in school, or you know, if they're playing sports or whatever.
Yeah, we had this with this one little kid. He was actually our very first, when we opened the doors March 1st, he was the first kid to walk into the Ninja Academy. And his mom was telling us how excited she was because he went from getting 1s in PE classes to 4. You know,
Nice.
and that's just because he's seen fitness from a different standpoint. You know, if when kids just see working out and fitness and stuff like that, it's either on TV or in PE class, and it's all like, sometimes they don't like it, you know, push-ups, sit-ups, no one likes to just do that. But then all of a sudden you put it into a fun aspect and every other kid in the building is doing it. I think they just look at it differently, and that's how it correlates over to other things.
Totally.
So.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, I honestly don't thoroughly enjoy most of the workouts I do, but I love going to the Ninja gym or going and playing football or going and doing this and that. You know, I do this so I can go do those kind of things and have a fun time. But I don't get all pumped up like all hyper. Like, this is such a great workout. But I'm at the Ninja gym and I'm like, next thing, the same thing. He'll sneak in cardio on me. I'm like, oh, you son of a
speed course.
Yeah, it's like, oh.
Well, see, and I totally agree with that. Like, and I don't think that, you know, once you've worked out for so long, you almost feel like you need to do it, just so you don't lose what you made, you know, the progress you made. But really, what it's about is you should work out to be able to do more stuff. Kind of like Nick was just saying. I mean,
have
it's
freedom.
Like, yeah, it's like if you want to go do this or do that, why, you know, like let's say you want to go on a hike with your family. You know, if you're not physically capable of doing that, that's taking you away from something that you literally can't do.
Right. Totally.
Because of your fitness, you know, and you don't have to be stronger than Travis entering, you know, huge powerlifting competitions or anything like that. You just need to get into the gym and just use your body, use your muscles. I mean, you're literally going to feel better. Your knees are going to feel better. You're going to be more confident. You're going to, you know, you don't work out and then go to McDonald's. You work out and say, what's something healthy I could eat, you know? Then you
sets you up for better decisions.
Absolutely.
And,
I think, you know, even on the mental side of things, like, days I don't work out, I'm cranky, to be honest. You know, like, it's
irritable.
Absolutely,
it's an awesome way to, like, relieve stress and just forget about the negative things that happened that day and stuff like that, so. Absolutely.
I agree.
Me too.
So,
Travis, huh?
Yep.
Travis just got back from a long trip.
I did.
So a client of yours.
Yeah. So Dana, 39-year-old, who just basically did manual labor for like ever. Decided that he wanted to do a physique show, and we had 12 weeks to get him prepped for it, and he like jumped on everything I sent him, and like honestly I've never seen anybody actually work that hard.
He crushed like I've seen him in here like every day, and he just like crushed.
Yeah, and we can attest for that, and I think that's one thing that makes Primal really cool. I was talking to Dennis before the podcast here, and like when you come to Primal and get a trainer, it's almost like you get 5 trainers
Right.
or 6 trainers
Right.
because everyone bounces ideas off each other. We're all in the gym together. A client will, will ask us a question and I'll answer it, and then Nick will chime in with his too,
Yep.
and then it's like instant credibility.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that's what makes it the biggest difference. And then back to Travis's client, like he was in here every day,
Yeah.
working hard,
Every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and listen to Travis.
Mhm.
And that's what makes the biggest difference. So.
Yeah. Again, he had the work ethic that was again like super impressive.
dude, yeah.
Like just blew me away. And again, that's a I think a hard thing to do, to go from you want to change your body and he's standing up on stage in front of everybody showing his work. I mean that itself takes a lot of confidence.
Right.
And but I think he ended up being really proud with all the work that he's going in. Now it's gonna blow up from there. He's gonna keep doing it, and
It's only 12 weeks.
12 weeks.
Yeah. Now.
You can change your life in like 12 weeks, just completely.
Right.
So
See, and that's what people don't understand is people think that they have to do like this 10-year commitment to a healthy lifestyle, but like you just need to commit for 12 weeks because 12 weeks will change your life, change your thought process, and change what you think about fitness, therefore making it all easier.
Mhm.
Right.
The
Right.
problem is people give up too soon.
Yeah.
People commit to a 6-week program. Well, that's just not long enough.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You
for
gotta
sure.
keep going.
Mhm.
You gotta keep going. I mean, you get to, I like to think 1 year. If you've been working out for 1 year, it's part of your life.
Oh yeah.
You'll
yeah.
never lose it.
Yeah.
You know,
I like
It
that.
feels too
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You just feel too good.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not about even the feeling good. It's about how bad you feel if you don't.
right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. You notice that. Right.
Yeah, people don't understand how bad they feel until they feel good.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And a confusing thing to make people understand is like, if you roll out of bed in the morning and you're sore, and I asked all these guys, I'm like, you guys sore too? Because I'm like sore every day.
Oh, I can't
But
move.
the thing that makes me feel better is moving.
Yeah.
Totally.
But if you're not working out and you're not going to the gym, you're waking up sore and not moving.
Yeah.
So you just stay sore and hurt and everything longer.
Unless you're Dana.
that's
Yeah.
Dana. So
The dude has never been
going
sore.
back
crazy.
to that.
You
dude.
never get sore?
No. Like
Borderline superhuman.
Travis
goes-
and I
he
were
goes hard.
trying to devise a way to make him sore one time.
There-
He goes
and,
hard.
and the next day he was just like
Like I said, I
Nothing.
threw the kitchen sink at him, and there'd be days that I just knew that he was gonna be sore. He would come in, nope, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And like again, we would talk.
Is he posturing enough though? Is he
No.
just good at hiding it or what?
No.
No, wait.
Well,
dude.
just-
no, like he was going through, like, you'd watch him do some lunges, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how
no.
are you?
And how
He's
many
not that
days
good of
was he
an
working
actor.
out?
So he would do 5 days basically.
And sometimes he'd work out twice a day.
Yep. He had
So
3
which brings
2
me
days.
back to my point where if you wake up and you are feeling stiff and sore, but you
Right.
start going again,
Yeah. Well, he pours concrete
Yep.
for a living too.
Right, so his body could
Yeah.
be conditioned, but then again, by the time he would get sore, he's already working out.
right.
He's
yeah,
already
it's-
going.
Which that
know?
definitely could be because he's always on the go and moving, which was great for what we had a goal for him. He just really needed to
Shit, he was
learn
riding
how
his
to
bike
eat
here and
the
stuff.
most, yeah. And but once he got all those things, those habits kind of down, it started working. So I think if anybody has any like problem with seeing progress, just make sure that you're consistent with the things that you do.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
So when did you meet him?
Oh, I've known Dana since I was in my racing days. He was a family friend, so
Right, so you've known him for years.
Mhm.
But then 12, 13 weeks ago is when he decided to take control.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, he could have reached out to you at any point. He's had this relationship
Yep.
with you for years.
Yep.
But what he did was take that next step. And before the podcast, I was talking to Dennis about that's the first thing you have to do.
Mhm.
Most of the reason why people don't work out, have a personal trainer, or do group fitness classes is because they don't want to walk through the door.
Right.
So if people just understand that we're just people too. We're just here to have fun and make you guys healthier.
Right.
So I think like if there's somebody out there contemplating whether they should get a trainer or do group fitness classes or anything like that, just do it.
Just do it.
Right. Yeah.
Just send it.
My goal isn't to
Send it.
like crush someone that walks in here and make them think that like I'm the baddest mofo out there.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like no. My goal when you walk in the door is make you leave better than what you were when you came in,
Mhm.
Right.
and that may be mentally, physically, emotionally. I mean, it all comes out when you start working out. It's like
Yeah.
so.
People are always surprised by the first workout. They're like,
Right.
When's it gonna get hard?
Yeah.
It'll get hard later. Don't worry.
And I think one of the most rewarding things as a trainer is like you watch your client walk in. You know, you always like we analyze people's bodies. You know, not in like a weird way, but that's literally what we do. Like I watch my clients walk in.
Recognize
you know, they
movement.
walk in like kind of like tired. I don't really want to do this, but then when they walk out, they're upright. They're kind of stepping their step and that sort of thing. So that's rewarding to see.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know, and then they thank you on the way out. It's like, for what? Kicking your butt?
right.
Like,
Yep.
so it's cool to see that type of thing. But
We do got a pretty cool job. We'll say that.
For sure.
except the times you have to wake up at like 5 in the morning, but you get used to it.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yep. It's not easy sometimes, but it's definitely you
I
kind of
praise
look
you
at
for
it. You
that.
kind of take a step back and you look at it, and you're like, you know, the impact, even if super small, it definitely makes an impact in people's lives. So,
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah,
So,
they're doing the hard part. They're coming here and actually working out at that
Right.
time. Like, we just got to be here and,
Yep.
you know, tell them what they're doing. And,
Absolutely.
you know, we got to be here, but
Well, and it's
they're the
just-
ones that are kicking ass. So.
Right, and it's the same thing for us. Like, you know, 5, 6 in the morning, we kind of walk in tired, like, dang. But then by the time you leave, whether it's 1, 2 clients later, you feel good. You're awake for
Yep,
the day.
yep.
You're ready to go. You feel motivated. You get more stuff done because people are just getting out of bed and you've already done 2 hours worth of work.
Yep.
You know,
Absolutely, yeah.
sometimes
I agree
I'll be
with
driving home after early morning client and people are just hopping in their cars, like, heading off to work.
Mhm.
You know, so,
that. You're on your first break of the day.
yep.
Yep.
Absolutely. So it's definitely rewarding. It's definitely challenging, and then very time consuming too. I mean,
Mhm.
like being a trainer is not that easy. Like there's a lot of work that goes into it outside of the workout.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
like
not,
that one
it's not just
workout,
here.
it's not just an hour of our time we're
Mhm.
giving away. I mean, there's planning involved with it. There's writing the workouts. There's tracking their progress. You know, helping them with nutrition outside of the gym and that
Mhm.
type of thing too. So,
And then marketing,
yep.
social media, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We're kind of talking a little bit about that too, and it's like there's always something else we could be doing to be
Yep.
growing and all that, and it
And-
all takes time.
And you can't even keep up with the marketing and the social media and that type of thing. Like,
Mhm.
I was talking to one of my clients the other day. He's 16 or 17 years old, and he told me that Facebook's for old people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm thinking back, like, we didn't even have Facebook when we were his age.
Right.
And it's
Right.
already for old people because his
Right.
grandma uses Facebook.
Yeah,
You
my,
know?
my daughter doesn't use Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it's Twitter. Twitter is the thing.
Right, so then when you're talking about marketing, if you're trying to market to a 17-year-old football player and you're posting on Facebook, he's never going to see it.
Right.
So that's what makes it challenging, you know. Then you got to get on their level, so then you got to be widely spread thin across social media platforms.
Doing the stuff that us old guys don't like doing.
See, I'm not even on grandma and grandpa's level of Facebook. I'm still like, what the hell did I hit?
Uh-huh.
They always share the best things.
Oh,
They
yeah.
really do. They love to share stuff.
That's
Uh-huh.
right.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about Ninja Academy.
Absolutely.
605 Ninja Academy. Been open, you said 7 months. What
Yeah,
made you
so-
decide to jump in and open your own, take the chance on opening something like it's so different?
Yeah, you know, I've always known that I wanted to, 1, work for myself, but 2, own something.
Mhm.
You know, my dad's a business owner, and I grew up around that. And my father-in-law, who works out here with Nick, Dennis, he owns a business. So that's kind of just where I felt like that's what I wanted to do too,
Mhm.
And it started off as like tons of different ideas. Like first I wanted an indoor skate park because I was a skateboarder, but then quickly realized, they don't make a lot of money, so don't want to go down that route. So, then it was like a parkour gym, and then it was like a traditional fitness center, and then I came upon Ninja Warrior, and I'm like, yep, this is what I want to do.
That's it.
So there's like leagues outside of the TV show where you can travel and compete in. So that's what I did, and I realized that there's a ton of facilities like mine across the nation.
Mhm.
And everywhere I went, it was the most positive people you'd meet. Everyone was happy about what they were doing. I mean, there wasn't somebody like, oh, I don't want to don't want to be here. You know, they're there because they want to be there.
Right.
So I really liked that, and then I seen that kids liked it. You know what I mean? Everybody sees the TV show and wants to go try it. So I just thought that I wanted to be the guy to bring it to the community of Sioux Falls. But then it came down to, you know, I'm just out of college. You know, financially, how can I do this and stuff like that. So it took quite a while to get it going, but finally everything fell together, and we opened in March 1st of this year. So, but I was so ready to go that from when I got the keys to the facility, we were open in 6 weeks. So I had all the planning and everything ready to go, and then I had a lot of help. Like my parents helped me a lot, Nick and Travis, and all my friends came to the gym to help me out, Dennis. So it made a big difference. So it was like a community effort to get it open on time, and then it's completely changed my life since it's been open. It's really exciting to see the people I've met, the kids I've worked with. I love it. You know, it's like it doesn't feel like a job to me. I look forward to going there every day, and it's a lot of fun. But basically what we got going on there is we do open gym where you can just come in and play. I mean, have fun, play on the equipment. Then we do birthday parties where they can come in and, you know, rent out the gym and have a party with their friends and head back to the party room for cake, pizza, presents, whatever. And then we do classes. That's kind of our primary focus. Is we really focus on our students to help them grow. And then we just recently launched like a competitive class where we have a class of kids who want to travel and compete. And the first competition we took the kids to was a clean sweep. We had 4 kids go. They all got first place. One girl got second just because her own teammate beat her out. So it's really cool to see that, the kids growing and stuff like that. So
Nick said you're trying to get him to do some stuff.
Yep, he's coming November 3rd and 4th. Cadet says he's going, so.
You're in, dude.
If Cadet pays for me, I guess.
Might as well.
I'm gonna send this episode to Cadet so you can see it.
So, but yeah, there's a competition coming up in November down in Minnesota at one of my buddies' gyms, and we're gonna bring some kids down to it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna go, potentially Nick and a few of the guys that come on Friday nights to train.
Oh yeah.
And it's for a league. It's called the National Ninja League. Basically, you can compete at multiple different places throughout the year, and if you hit the podium, then you qualify for the national finals. So,
right on.
Should be fun.
You're going big, dude. You're going.
I told Jason I feel bad when I win it, you know. So.
I feel bad.
What do you feel bad for, man? You've been putting hard work in for years.
No, I mean, it is fun. It's super fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but shit, it's the problem with that shit is, like, once you start going, like, I'm ripping nails and shit and doing all, you know, jamming fingers, but I don't notice it till I'm done, and I'm like, oh, now my hands are all messed up, and, you know, I'm pulling a shoulder out of place. I mean, I'm too damn competitive. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like, every time I leave his place, I can barely move till the next morning.
Definitely. Then you got to get up and move.
Yeah.
And you just got to do it a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh no. I mean, it's you know, I'm really good at like locking out, moving through. So I've been trying to go like straight arms, which is really hard for me. So it's getting better, but I mean, my shoulders. Oh, I mean, they're in pain for like 2-3 days sometimes afterwards, but it's been getting better.
Absolutely.
And I think we should mention your shoulders are just super stiff. So
yeah,
that's why they're
shoulders.
so sore, is because
right. I have horrible shoulders. But then I'm also getting talked into doing like
you're doing
12-foot laches and shit.
Right.
You're doing advanced
It's competitive
things,
around here.
But you know, and sometimes, you know, if you do have problems with your body, people just try to neglect it.
Mm-hmm.
Or the best thing to do is just to keep using it.
Right.
You know,
right.
so it's a two-way street there for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I'm just athletic enough that I get talked into some shit that I just shouldn't be trying, you know.
You're pretty athletic, so. I mean,
but it's just like
you're good.
You know, you're like I do think I can get that, you know. It's like that, and then it's like, all right, you know,
Absolutely.
got to try it.
Absolutely.
But the 14.5-foot wall of his place, dude, that's no joke.
I know it.
I'm not kidding you. I had the one here that was 6 inches shorter. I could get at
Easy.
will,
Yeah.
and I've only got his like 3 or 4 times, and I just don't even do it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know why it's so much scarier.
Yeah,
it's scarier.
It is. It's brutal.
You
But
guys
it's
all
awesome.
got it though.
No, I know. That's what makes that good. Every time I work over at your place, can you get that? I'm like, mm-hmm. Will I? No. I'm like, dude, I need like, by the time your session's up, I'll still be warming up to run up that wall. I mean,
Absolutely.
well, Jason just hit it though. He can just right up there.
But it's because I got rid of the mental aspect of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Physically, you guys could go up at every single try too, but literally I have kids every day. Can you do that? Can you do that?
Right,
You know,
right.
so it just became numb to me, like the
Well-
mental aspects out of it. So physically, it's just easy.
Just over the 7 months of seeing you open, because I've been in there pretty much consistently. Like, yeah, I can't. When you first opened up, it wasn't too bad. Like, I'd run behind you, whatever. We both kind of be gassed. now I'm dead. And he's just like, woo, yeah. Just up the wall down here over on this thing. I'm like, what the hell? That kid drank way too many sparks before this
Yeah,
session.
it definitely helped with the ninja training. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So.
I mean, you got. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was so bummed you didn't get on this year's.
Yep.
Because it's like, I know, like, that's primarily what I try to do is go in there and just like push his ass a little bit harder. Just do something. I don't do like 5 in a row.
Yeah,
I just
sometimes
do
it'll
one,
look like
and
I'm
it's like-
gonna give up, and Nick's like, "You better finish that." He's like, "I don't care if you break your fingers."
He got it. He got
You
it.
got it. But it might be like the last time where you didn't get it the one year. The next year you got it, and you're so
Exactly.
much more prepared. So
Yeah,
I mean,
you never know how that works. So.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
next year, if you go for it again, like you have your own gym to train in now.
Yep.
So
Absolutely.
it's
you don't
gonna
have
be
to travel
interesting.
4 hours to go train for this
Absolutely.
specific thing. So game changer.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're gonna kill it. Like I see him in the gym all the time, so I know what you can do too.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh,
Yeah,
It
it
doesn't
should be
make
fun.
sense at all sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Like Trav stopped in there the other day, and he was like, and I said something about trying to do this. He's like, just do it right now. And he just kept taking videos of me trying to go upside down and swing on this. Like,
Oh, yeah,
hook
yeah,
my
I
feet
saw
on,
that,
swing
yeah.
on doing.
that happens a lot. Just do it. You might as well just try it right now. Since you're talking
Absolutely.
about
Well,
it.
if it's like, if you say it out loud, like there must have been some moment in your head.
You've
where
been
you
thinking about
where
it
you
for a
thought it was
while.
impossible. Like,
Yeah.
and then you
Absolutely.
double think and you're like, wait, I don't know if I can do that. But for a second there, you always know you
Absolutely.
can do it. So you
Alright.
might as well.
That's right. Oh, yeah. I think you got to get out of here.
Yeah,
You got
speaking of the ninja
got
gym,
ninja
better
gym
get
stuff
over
to
there. We
do.
got some birthday parties and some open gyms going on today, so
yeah.
I just
So
want to thank you guys for letting me in on the podcast.
absolutely, thank you for coming on.
thank you.
Where can
problem.
people find you?
You can
No.
check us out on Facebook, the Spot for Old People, 605 Ninja Academy. Otherwise, Instagram, 605 Ninja Academy, and then you can also follow my personal Instagram account, which is Jason Steinberg. And if you guys are serious about, trying to get in shape or something like that, there's no better place, I honestly feel, in Sioux Falls to get a quality trainer and get a quality workout in, because we have some, we got multiple trainers in here that have 4-year degrees in this type of thing. So I think there's not many places in Sioux Falls with trainers with this type of education all under one roof, and a relatively small roof, so we can all kind of communicate together. So if you're looking to get in shape, I mean, Primal is definitely the first place you should start. So
Agreed.
Dang.
Where can they find you, Travis?
Instagram, Travis Klinghagen.
Damn, Nick.
Ryder311 on Instagram. I think that's the only one.
Dennis.Timmerman on Instagram. Follow KettleBar Podcast on Instagram. House of Timmerman Podcast on Instagram.
I think we got like a Primal one now on Instagram. Don't
Sioux Falls Primal on Instagram.
we? There we
There you go.
Yeah. Anything else?
boom.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Again, if you guys want to hear anything, let us know and we'll try to address it. So,
Like this video. Subscribe to this channel.
was the video on today?
Wait,
I hope so.
what can you subscribe to it on?
YouTube.
Oh.
Yep. So if they're watching this, it's on YouTube, and they just click that subscribe button, click a little bell, and you
Yep.
get notified whenever
Is that
new
why I
video
have all
comes
these
out.
like unicorns and shit on my YouTube one? Because your kids,
Maybe.
is that what they do? Is the subscribe?
Click on that bell, man.
See, they know how to do it
They,
already.
they know how to do it.
Starting them young.
All right. Well, thanks.
Absolutely.
Peace.
Boom.
See you guys.
See you.
No, for real, what's that subscribe mean on there? Is that like following?
So
I use it one.
your
Is that like-
YouTube is like a channel.
Yeah.
It's like your profile, and then